Next on BGSU Brain Game, it is Kenton versus North Baltimore. I think we better prepare for some catastrophic cranial combat. Only one team can leave victorious. Who's it going to be? Only one way to find out. BGSU's Brain Game starts right now. And welcome to BGSU Brain Game, Kenton versus North Baltimore. Let's take a look at our starting lineups. For Kenton, led by Coach D'Aquino. In slot number 1, we have Kale, a junior. In slot number 2, we have Jackson, a junior. And in slot number 3, we have Tate, a sophomore. Now for North Baltimore, led by Coach Matthias. In slot number 1, we have Levi, a freshman. In slot number 2, we have Caleb, a senior. And in slot number 3, we have Addie, a freshman. All right, that is our teams, Kenton versus North Baltimore. And we're gonna start things off as we always do with the toss-up round. In this round, all questions are worth 10 points. No deduction for an incorrect answer, so you can play a little bit looser. Relax in this first round. You may confer before buzzing in, and you can steal a question in this round. North Baltimore, Kenton. The toss-up round starts right now. Multiple choice question. The relish tray includes gherkins. What are gherkins? That would be Kenton. Jackson.
Pickles.
They are indeed pickles. The other options were tomatoes or carrots. In Moby Dick, who was the Pequod's first mate? He sought to turn Ahab from his whale obsession. Time. Also a popular character in Battlestar Galactica, Starbuck. If you have myocardial infarction, what is the first aid technique do you hope that other people know? That would be Kenton. Jackson.
CPR.
CPR is correct. What do scientists call any behavior or trait which permits an organism to survive better in its that would be Kenton. Jackson.
Adaptation.
Adaptation is what we needed there, yes. What kind of orbit do Earth and her fellow planets make around the sun? That would be North Baltimore. Caleb.
Elliptical.
Elliptical is correct. Though many of our early chief executives were involved in the founding of our country, only 2 actually signed the document stating our Declaration of Independence from the mother country. Name these 2 statesmen. That will be Kenton. Jackson.
Thomas Jefferson and John Adams.
That is correct. The Burj Khalifa is the world's tallest building at 2,717 feet. In what city is it? That would be North Baltimore. Levi.
Mumbai.
Incorrect. Kenton, chance to steal. That would be Jackson.
New Delhi.
Incorrect. Not Mumbai, but Dubai. Dubai. Close. About 7,000 years ago, farming villages began appearing in the southern portions of the Fertile Crescent in Southwest Asia. Much of the Fertile Crescent lies between the Euphrates and what other river? That would be Kenton. Jackson.
Tigris.
Tigris is correct. Crustaceans' blood contains hemocyanin. Because of this, that would be Kenton. Jackson.
Blue.
That's right. The color of their blood is not red, it's blue. In police dramas and investigative television shows, what does CSI stand for? That would be Caleb. North Baltimore.
Crime scene investigation.
Correct. That is all 10 questions in the round. Let's take a look at our score. North Baltimore at 20, and currently in the lead with 60 points is Kenton. But we're just getting warmed up here at Brain Game. Coming up next is the risk and reward round. Stay tuned. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. North Baltimore 20, Kenton 60, as we get ready to go to our next round. Before we do that though, let's welcome some new players to the game. For Kenton, in slot number 1, we have Presley, a junior. For North Baltimore, in slot number 1, we have Noah, a junior, and in slot number 3, Daniel, a junior. Welcome to our new and our returning players. This is the risk and reward round. Both teams, you're getting the same questions. First 9 questions are 10 points apiece, no deduction for an incorrect answer. The 10th question, however, is the risk and reward question. We're going to give you a topic. You can risk up to 30 of your points in 5-point increments on that topic. You get it right, you get the points. You get it wrong or don't answer, you lose the points. However, if you don't like the topic, you can simply pass. Sound good? All right, North Baltimore 20, Kenton 60. Kenton, you're sticking around. North Baltimore, you are off to isolation. All right, Kenton, are you ready for risk and reward? All right, here we go. What do we call an interval of 8 music notes?
An octave.
Presley.
Sorry, an octave.
That's fine. An octave is correct. Give the city and state that the professional sports teams, the Blues, an NHL team, and the Cardinals, an MLB team, call home.
Cleveland.
Sure. Guess.
The Blues.
Guess. Guess.
In time? In time, that'd be Jackson.
New Orleans, Louisiana.
Incorrect. St. Louis, Missouri is what we needed there. True or false, the city of Quito is in the South American country of Ecuador. Kenton, Jackson.
False.
That is indeed true. It is indeed true in Ecuador. The height of a horse is measured in hands. How many inches at the withers is a horse 16 hands high? That would be Jackson.
64.
Correct. If you could take a lump of coal and squeeze it hard enough for a long enough period of time at a very high temperature, what would you end up with? That would be Jackson.
A diamond.
That's right, a diamond. Multiple choice. If you are a Sherlock Holmes fan, you will remember Dr. Watson. What is Dr. Watson's first name? Is it A, Jack, B, John, C, James?
James.
That would be Jackson.
C, James.
Incorrect, it's John Watson, B. Walt Disney created 7 dwarves. Which of them could not speak? That would be Tate.
Dopey.
Dopey is correct. Multiple choice question. In table tennis, how far off the floor is a regulation tabletop? Is it A, 30 inches, B, 32 inches, or C, 36 inches?
32.
Jackson.
32.
Incorrect, A, 30 inches. How did Odysseus protect his sailors from the sirens? That would be Jackson.
Did they put wax in their ears?
That is indeed what they did. Stuffed wax in the ears. Risk and reward time. The topic is measurements. You can risk up to 30 points in 5-point increments on the topic of measurements, or you can pass. Kenton, what are you thinking?
Let's go all 30.
Going for big 30, okay. Identify the unit of measurement that is 43,560 square feet. That would be Jackson.
An acre?
It is indeed an acre. You get the points. Kenton, that is the end of the risk and reward round for you. It is now time for you to head off to isolation. All right, let's bring back in North Baltimore. Come on in, North Baltimore. Welcome back from isolation. Are you ready for risk and reward?
Yes, sir.
Glad to hear it, because it starts right now. What do we call an interval of 8 music notes? That would be Caleb.
Octave.
Octave is correct. Give the city and state that the professional sports teams, the Blues, an NHL team, and the Cardinals, an MLB team, call home. That would be Caleb.
St. Louis, Missouri.
That is correct. True or false? What the city of Quito is in the South American country of Ecuador. That would be Noah.
That is true.
That is indeed true. The height of a horse is measured in hands. How many inches at the withers is a horse 16 hands high? Time. That would be 64 inches. 64 inches. If you could take a lump of coal and squeeze it hard enough for a long enough period of time at a very high temperature, what would you end up with? That would be Daniel.
Diamond.
A diamond is correct. Multiple choice question. If you are a Sherlock Holmes fan, you will remember Dr. Watson. What is Dr. Watson's first name? Is it A, Jack, B, John, or C, James? That would be Daniel.
Jack.
Incorrect. It is B, John. Walt Disney created 7 dwarves. Which of them could not speak? That would be Daniel.
Dopey.
Dopey is correct. Multiple choice question. In table tennis, how far off the floor is a regulation tabletop? Is it A, 30 inches, B, 32 inches, or C, 36 inches? That would be Daniel.
36.
Incorrect. A, 30 inches. How did Odysseus protect his sailors from the sirens? That would be Noah.
He stuffed wax in their ears.
That is indeed what he did. Risk and reward time. The topic is measurements. You can risk up to 30 points in 5-point increments, or you can pass. North Baltimore says what?
Let's do 10.
10 points. 10 points on measurements. Identify the unit of measurement that is 43,560 square feet. That would be Daniel.
Acre.
That is indeed an acre. Correct. You get the bonus points, and that is the end of the risk and reward round for you. It is now time to clear our scores, and let's bring back in Kenton. Come on in, Kenton. Welcome back to Kenton. Let's take a look at our score. North Baltimore has 90 points. Kenton has 140 points. Still a very, very close competition indeed, and we're just getting started. Coming up next is the category round where things can happen very, very fast. There are questions worth 10, 15, 20, 25, and even 30 points, and the deductions start. Stay tuned. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. North Baltimore with 90 points and Kenton at 140 points. Before we get to our next round, we'd like to welcome back on Kenton's team, slot number 3, Kale. Welcome back to Kale. And again, welcome back to all of our returning players from the last round. This is the category round. Now the power is in your hands. That's right, there's 6 categories to choose from. Inside each category are questions worth 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 points, but I must warn you, I'm serious about this. Deductions start now. If you're going for 20, you're risking 20 points. There is a double or nothing question hiding somewhere in there. Double the points, no risk. Reminder to everybody, even the double or nothing, all questions are open to all buzzers at all times. You may confer before buzzing in, and you can steal a question in this round. Kenton 140, North Baltimore 90. North Baltimore, you make the first selection.
Civil War for 20.
Civil War for 20 points. Identify each of the following associated with the American Civil War. What was the name of the Union general who led the March to the Sea? That would be North Baltimore. Noah.
Sherman.
Sherman is correct. North Baltimore on the move, in control.
Civil War for 25.
Civil War for 25. Union counterpart of the Confederates, Johnny Reb. That would be North Baltimore. Noah.
Billy Yank.
Billy Yank is correct. North Baltimore in control.
Civil War for 30.
Civil War for 30 points. Most southern of the Confederate cities which the Union considered a primary objective. Time, New Orleans. North Baltimore in control.
Civil War for 15.
Civil War for 15 points. In what month and year did the Civil War end? Time, April of 1865. North Baltimore still in control.
Civil War for 10.
Civil War for 10. Finishing off this category, what was the deadliest battle during the U.S. Civil War with over, that would be North Baltimore. Noah.
Battle of Gettysburg.
Gettysburg is correct, yes. North Baltimore still in control.
Words that contain 1 for 20.
Words that contain 1 for 20 points. Based on the given definition and part of speech, identify the word that contains the letters O-N-E. O-N-E. Adjective, truthful or genuine. That would be Kenton. Jackson.
Honest.
Honest is what we were looking for there. Yes, and Kenton takes control.
Let's go words that contain 1 for 25.
Words that contain 1 for 25. Noun, the formal study and classification of sounds made in spoken language. That would be North Baltimore. Noah.
Acoustics.
Incorrect. Kenton, chance to steal. Time. Phonetics is what we needed there. O-N-E, remember. Kenton in control.
Let's go for female artist for 20.
Female artists for 20 points. Identify the female artist from the description provided. Her best known work is an installation entitled The Dinner Party, which is an homage to the arts and crafts usually denigrated as women's work. Time. That would be the artist Judy Chicago. Kenton in control.
Let's go famous ships for 20.
Famous ships for 20 points. I will describe a famous ship and you will name it. American oil tanker that spilled millions of gallons of crude oil into Prince William Sound in 1989. That would be Kenton. Jackson.
John Fitzgerald.
Incorrect. North Baltimore, chance to steal. Time. That would be the Exxon Valdez. Kenton in control.
Let's go scrambled word for 20.
Scrambled word for 20 points, our image category. Unscrambled letters to provide the match to this clue, city and state. That would be Kenton. Jackson. Time. North Baltimore, chance to steal.
I don't know this. I don't believe it. We're even. We're good.
That's Portland, Oregon. Portland, Oregon. Kenton in control.
Let's go scrambled word for 15.
Scrambled words for 15. Unscramble the letters and provide. Country. That would be Kenton. Presley.
Thailand.
Thailand is correct. Kenton in control.
Let's go scrambled word for 25.
Scrambled word for 25. Country singer. That will be Kenton. Presley.
Miranda Lambert.
Correct. In control is Kenton.
Let's go scrambled word for 30.
Scrambled word for 30. Country. That will be Kenton. Kale.
Madagascar.
Madagascar is correct. Kenton in control.
Let's go scrambled word for 10.
Scrambled word for 10. Politician. That would be North Baltimore. Caleb.
Richard Nixon.
Richard Nixon is correct. North Baltimore takes back control.
Famous ships for 10.
Famous ships for 10 points. The ship that transported the Pilgrims to America. That would be Kenton. Presley.
The Mayflower.
Mayflower is correct. Kenton back in control, back and forth.
Words that contain 1 for 15.
Words that contain 1 for 15. Noun, a geographical area, section of a larger area or a designated area for a particular purpose. Kenton. Presley.
Zone.
A zone is what we needed. Yes. Kenton in control.
Let's go words that contain 1 for 30.
Words that contain 1 for 30 points. It is a verb to chant or utter in a musical way. Time. That would be to intone. Kenton in control.
Let's do accounting for 10.
Accounting for 10 points. Identify each of the following accounting terms that begins with the letters A, B, or C. The letter will be provided. Anything of value that is owned, the letter, that would be North Baltimore. Caleb.
Asset.
Asset. The letter was A, yes. And North Baltimore in control.
Accounting 15.
Counting now for 15 points. End of round. Let's take a look at our score. North Baltimore with 140 points. Kenton with 215 points. Still anybody's game because the brainstorm round is coming up next where all questions are worth 20 points, negative 20 points for an incorrect answer. Stay tuned. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. North Baltimore 140 points. Kenton currently in the lead with 215 points. Before we get to our final round though, let's welcome back a returning player for Kenton. In slot number 3, we have Tate. Welcome back to Tate and to all of our returning players from the previous round. This is the brainstorm round. It is a timed round. All questions are worth 20 points. Negative 20 points for an incorrect answer. You may confer before buzzing in, not after. You do that, you lose 20 points. You may not steal. I repeat, you may not steal in this round either. Still anybody's game. Kenton, North Baltimore. Brainstorm round starts right now. The Clayton Antitrust Act of 1914 was a major part of what U.S. president's domestic policy? That will be North Baltimore. Noah.
FDR.
Incorrect. Woodrow Wilson. I need a Kleenex tissue. Due to copyright laws, what word in the preceding sentence? That will be North Baltimore. Noah.
Kleenex.
That should be always capitalized. Yes. The satellite Ariel orbits around which planet? Time. Uranus. What is the scientific name for the lower jaw? Kenton. Jackson.
Mandible.
Correct. Brass is an alloy of copper and what other element? That would be North Baltimore. Noah.
Tin.
Incorrect. Zinc. What color is associated with fluorine gas? That will be Kenton. Jackson.
Pink.
Incorrect. Yellow. If two angles are congruent, what do they have in common? North Baltimore. Daniel.
Angle measure.
We will accept that. What nation did Spanish explorer Juan Bermudez discover in 1503? That will be Kenton. Tate.
Haiti.
Incorrect. Juan Bermudez discovered Bermuda. In mathematics, the lowercase I usually represents, that would be Kenton. Jackson.
An imaginary number.
Imaginary number, correct. What Indian tribe lost 1/4 of its population on the Trail of Tears in that would be North Baltimore. Noah.
Cherokee.
Cherokee is correct. What is a baby squirrel called? Time. A dray. Aww. What are the coordinates of the point located 3 units to the left of the y-axis? North Baltimore. Daniel.
0, 3, 0.
Incorrect, and 10 units above the x-axis, -3, 10. What measurement is equal to 660 feet? Kenton. Jackson.
A mile.
Incorrect, a furlong. In Roman mythology, Jupiter's main consort was also his sister. Name her. That would be North Baltimore. Noah.
Hera.
Incorrect, Juno. The satellite Amalthea orbits around which planet? Time. Jupiter. Who was the American president during the Spanish-American War? That would be North Baltimore. Noah.
William McKinley.
Correct. End of round. Let's take a look at our score. North Baltimore 140, and our winner with 195 points is Kenton. Let's give both of these teams a huge round of applause. In the spirit of good sportsmanship, let's come out, meet in the middle, we'll shake hands, and we will see you at the next BGSU Brain Game.